Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty crazy.
Sounds good.
Celebrity death hoaxes.
Right.
And we're going to be focusing on the recent ones surrounding Michelle Trachtenberg.
Interesting.
And we're going to be looking at this YouTube video that we found, which kind of does two things.
Okay.
One, it debunks the hoax.
Right.
But then it also, uses this as a jumping off point to celebrate her career.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of a weird mix.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange juxtaposition.
It's like you go from this very somber,
Yay.
Somebody's dead, or at least you think they are.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but look at all this cool stuff she did.
It really speaks, I think, to the way these hoaxes can kind of grab you emotionally.
Yeah.
And then
I have to admit, when I first saw the headline about Michelle Trachtenberg, I was like, wait, what?
It's like a gut punch.
Yeah. It's like before you even process if it's true or not.
Exactly.
You have this visceral reaction.
And I think it's because, we feel like we know these celebrities, even if we don't actually know them personally.
Right.
We've watched them on screen. We've followed their careers, maybe even, grown up with them.
Yeah, totally.
And so when there's this death hoax, it's like...
It's messing with that.
Yeah, it's messing with that illusion of familiarity.
Yeah.
So it really does trigger a strong emotional response.
Okay, so thankfully...
Yes.
This YouTube video sets the record straight right off the bat.
Okay, good.
Michelle Trachtenberg is alive and well.
Great.
But it does make this really important point.
Okay.
About, verifying information before you share it.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially nowadays.
Especially nowadays.
With social media.
So much information coming at us from all directions.
Yeah, it's so easy to just see a headline and hit retweet without even, thinking about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we even go about verifying information these days?
Right. Are there, any...
There are so many sources out there.
Yeah.
How do we know what's reliable?
What are some red flags?
What are some trusted sources?
Yeah, tell me what to look for.
Okay, well, one major red flag is a lack of corroboration.
Okay.
So if you're seeing a news story and it's only coming from one, obscure website,
Yeah.
that's a sign to be skeptical.
Right.
Look for, established news outlets,
Mm-hmm.
official statements from the person involved or their representative.
Okay.
Fact-checking websites, those are all good resources.
Oh, checking websites. That's a good tip.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now that we know Michelle Trachtenberg is not dead,
Right. Very much alive.
we can move on to the more fun stuff.
Yes.
Her career.
Let's celebrate her awesome career.
Yeah, she's been in some really iconic shows and movies.
Absolutely.
So I guess the YouTube video kind of focuses on two of her big roles.
Yes. Dawn Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Gone, yeah.
And Georgina Sparks in Gossip Girl.
Oh my gosh, Georgina Sparks.
Way to pair.
I loved her in Gossip Girl.
I know. She was fantastic.
So good.
So good.
Okay, let's start with Dawn.
Okay, so the YouTube video describes Dawn as this, traumatized teen thrust into a supernatural world.
And that's kind of an understatement.
It really is. I
Yeah.
mean, she's dealing with vampires and demons and, all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, and just being a teenager on top of that.
And the typical teenage angst,
Right.
Feeling different, trying to fit in family drama.
All while fighting vampires.
Exactly.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But I think that's why people love her.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to those struggles.
Totally.
Even if you're not fighting demons in real life.
Okay, so then we have Georgina Sparks.
Oh my gosh, Georgina.
I mean, she was such a
great character.
a force of nature.
A force of nature, a master manipulator.
That line, I'm Bach.
Oh, iconic.
Oh, good.
Just brings a smile to your face.
She always knew how to make an entrance
Oh, for sure.
and stir up some trouble.
Always stirring up trouble.
I mean, I have to say, sometimes I was like...
Does she ever face consequences
Yeah.
for her actions?
Is she ever held accountable
Right.
for anything?
But I guess that's what made her so entertaining.
Yeah.
That over-the-top quality.
Blaisley.
She was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
In this world of, Upper East Side politeness.
Okay, so the video also mentions that Michelle Trachtenberg has done other stuff too,
Yes, she has.
besides Buffy and Gossip Girl.
Right, Euro Trip.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And she's done a lot of voice acting as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's got a pretty diverse resume.
That's
It
cool.
really speaks to her versatility as an actress.
Yeah, and I guess it makes you wonder what she'll do next.
Right, what direction she'll take her career in.
So what are we going to learn today?
Well, I think the big takeaway is
Yeah.
the importance of media literacy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially these days with the internet and social media.
Right.
We've got to be careful about what we believe and what we share.
Verify before you retweet.
Exactly.
Good advice.
And, on a lighter note, we've had a chance to revisit Michelle Trachtenberg's career, which is pretty awesome.
She's great.
Full of memorable roles.
I mean, she was great in everything.
She really was.
Buffy, Gossip Girl, Euro Trip.
It makes you wonder, why do certain actors and characters stick with us?
Yeah.
Even years later.
Like, what is it about their performances that make them so memorable? That's a really good question. I guess it's something to think about.
Definitely something to think about.
As we all continue.
As you explore Michelle Trachtenberg's filmography.
Yes.
Or even just the next news story you see online.
Yeah, be critical.
Deep
Question
stuff.
everything.
Exactly.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Yes, it was.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, you know what to do.
Tell a friend, leave a review.
And maybe even do a little fact-checking of your own.
Yes. Always good advice.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.